Friends, my name is Calvin Chin, and I am on the executive board of Ridgeway Alliance Church. My family has been attending Ridgeway for over 5 years. We love it here. It's a warm, welcoming, and diverse community. We hope to see you worship with us soon in our sanctuary. I want to talk to you today about what we've all been experiencing over the last 6 months. It has been troubling times for our nation. It has been dramatic as well as traumatic to come from the pandemic straight into the protests over the injustices that blacks have had to face for many years, and to see the protests and the violence. It's really left a lot of us numb, unsure what's going to happen next, and unsure of what we're supposed to do. So during this time, my family and I, we've been wondering what we could do. We've been processing, we've been reading, we've been talking to others, we've been praying. And through this time, God has reminded us that the answer of what comes next and what we are to do is found in the Bible, of course. So I would suggest, and maybe it'll be helpful to you, that we take a look at Isaiah 60. Isaiah 60 is actually God's reminder of what's going to happen next and what our role is. Isaiah 60 begins in an optimistic note. It reminds us to arise, to shine, because we are the brightness. We are supposed to reflect Jehovah, because He has already put His glory upon us. So first, let's remember, God's glory is already on us. We don't have to seek it. And then, incredibly appropriate, it talks about how darkness has covered the earth, and darkness has covered the people. Remember, all that we're feeling, the anxiety, the anger, the restlessness, that's darkness. And so, what's going to happen next? Well, Isaiah 60 points to what's going to happen next. In verses 5 to 7, it talks about a city. It talks about a place where there's joy, where there's goodness, where there's sunshine. It talks about a place where different tribes come together. They bring their gifts, their resources, their talents, and they bring it together because God brought them together. It's a reminder for all of us during this time of trouble, whether we're black or white or brown or yellow, whatever color we are, we were made in His image, and collectively, together, we reflect God's goodness and we reflect His wholeness. We need each other. So when it talks about what happens next, we are going to go to a better place. We are working toward a better place. And then when it comes to us individually, what is my role? What are we to do? What can we do? Only one person. Well, even then, Isaiah 60 tells us and reminds us that we may be small, but we will become a mighty nation. We may be, and it says, the least of you will become thousands. So it reminds us that all of us have a role to play, and all of us have a part in the solution. And that solution is reflected in the shining city that is talked about, that vision, that freedom, the wholeness, the peace. And I believe that's what's going to happen next. I believe that it reminds us what our comfort is. It's in God. It's in His promise. And our role is to believe and to work toward that and to see others in God's image. Thank you. I hope this was helpful to you.